First of all, we learned today the sad news of the passing of Jay and Rory Donnelly's mother. To play on Monday night showed incredible strength and character, and I'm sure the whole of Glentoran are behind them. Absolutely.
You know, it's not a nice thing to be going through at such a young age or as a family. So our condolences from everyone at Glentoran Football Club. We're behind them. I think they've shown their commitment to our club, and we'll show ours to them. So I'm sure our fans are behind them, and everyone will be sending their thoughts and prayers over to the family.
And the dust has settled on what was a great night's work on Monday night. What part of that performance were you most pleased with?
I think the overall performance of both teams. I think it was a good game of football, an entertaining game of football with quality, intensity, real competitive edge to it. And I thought it was a brilliant ad for Irish League football, but I was really happy with how we came back from the conceding so early. Sometimes you concede so early, the heads can go down, but I don't think that happened. I think we got on the ball, we're brave, we scored at a really good time. We come out in the second half with intensity again and with a desire to get a second one, and we did that. And then what was also pleasing was how we held on under extreme pressure for a 10-minute spell. So pleasing overall. I've said before, Cliftonville are a really talented team, and they're at the top of the table for a reason, and they will be there fighting until the end.
And a lot of happy fans leaving the ground on Monday night as well. We're selling out our allocation everywhere we go for away matches. The fans turned up, they made their voices heard again.
Yeah, the fans this season, and as I've said before, especially the away games, because we're in more compact venues, but the fans have been brilliant home and away this season. Obviously we had some blips at the start of the season and fans were not happy, but I can't speak highly enough about them. Our fan base, it's nice to see that our fan base is growing. I mean, we have fans now appearing at the Oval from, you know, Fermanagh, Enniskillen, Londonderry, coming across the border. I've met people in the car park saying, you know, this is my first Glens game, you know, this was great. So we're attracting new fans as a club and as a league. That's important. So when we say our fan base is growing, probably the fastest in the country, it's happening. So we've got our local die-hard fans. They've been superb. We're attracting new fans. Great news for the club. And we're moving forward. So yeah, big credit. When they start singing at the likes of Solitude the other night, I mean, they're almost sucking the ball into the net. I'm sure Seaview will be rocking on Friday night, and I'm sure this place will be a real buzz about it next Tuesday when we play Coleraine. So yeah, massive credit to the fans.
And you mentioned then Seaview on Friday night, a team that haven't conceded many goals of late. In fact, since we played them last November, they've only conceded to one other team. Does that mean you set up any differently going into the game?
No, I mean we set about how we want to play. I mean, regardless of the opponent, we know when we have the ball, when we're in transition, what we want to do. We have our key aspects of the game that we always want to do. Obviously, we have to tweak things depending on the opponent, but there's not massive changes. We prepare. We went through some video tonight. We know and are aware of some of their strengths. We're aware of some of their weaknesses. We know that they're a strong and talented team that on their day can beat any team in this league. And there's a reason why they've started to creep up the table, because they always had that in them. And I still think that they will be around the top of the top 3-4 places by the end of the season.
And there was a lovely moment at the end of the game at Solitude whenever we saw Marcus Kane climb over the fence onto the pitch and go and celebrate with the teams, and turning around really to celebrate with the fans and showing just how much that win meant to him. I'm sure he would have loved to be out there. Is there any update on the likes of Marcus Kane, Biggie, Conor McDermott, who've missed the last couple of games?
Conor's now available. He was his suspension's finished, so he's available tomorrow night. Marcus Kane is now in full training and completed another session tonight, and he's available for selection as of tomorrow.